Are you guys still wondering what happened with this week's episode of the series finale of Pretty Little Liars? Why, I'm Marlene, the Pretty Little Liars boss. I'm Marlene. Keen answers a few lingering finale questions. I have a lot of questions to even ask. Pretty Little Liars came to an end last night and concluded with all its mysterious solved, sort of, and all its main characters happy for the most part. In case you missed it, last night's finale revealed that Spencer Troyan Belisario had a secret identical British twin named Alex, who had taken up the mantle of AD to avenge her sister Charlotte's death. After a life of being abandoned by her adoptive parents and running away from the orphanage, Alex had planned to steal Spencer's identity from her completely, but thanks to Toby knowing the difference between Spencer and not Spencer. This time she lost and ended up in France in a dollhouse built by Mona Janelle Parrish. Meanwhile, everyone else got married or had babies or was going to do one or the both of those things, unless there's Spencer, who probably had a lot to deal with mentally. And they all seemed pretty happy about it. It was a lovely ending, but obviously we had some lingering questions. We hopped to the phone with showrunner I. Marlene Keene. E-News. I had always liked the Spencer having a twin theory, but was definitely not expecting the British accent or her actual personality. Can you talk a little bit about how you developed the career? King says, well, I knew all along how I wanted Ren to be tied into this mythology, Charlotte and AD. And Ren's British, and we knew about the twin theory and that we were going to make her the twin. Then I really worked with Troyan on this character and how the character was going to be so different from Spencer. I would say that's sort of the geniuses of the character creation of having her to be British, but not upper class like Ren. She's much less polished. Alex Drake. What was that accent that Troyan already had? No, she started working on that a year ago. She's been really working hard on that. She was amazing, by the way. We were all blown away by her every day. I was impressed that going back and looking at the scenes where it was Alex, you could tell it was Spencer, but it wasn't. She was so unannounced. Troyan, I bow down to her. Big kudos. I was also impressed by how many times you managed to fit into this one finale. Recapping, it was hard. It's the last one we had to go big or go home, I'd say. Anything that didn't make it in. No, I think having that 2 hours was really helpful. There's nothing that we wanted to see that we didn't get to tell story-wise. Anyone you wanted to come back that you couldn't get? Well, we really wanted Jason Drew Van Aker to come back, but he was too busy on training day, and we were really wanted Arya's brother, Mike Cody Christian, at the wedding, but he was busy on Teen Wolf. Those were the two characters who we really hoped could come back, but they didn't get to visit us. I was going to ask about Mike. Where did we leave him? We literally had a line of dialogue in there that said something about how Mike just made a toast, but I was like, take that out. That's too cutesy. Sometimes when you lose characters, you lose them. I think there was a line where they said Mike was away at some school or something like last season, and we just went with that. What was Alex trying to do by impregnating Allie with Emily's eggs in Red's sperm? What kind of revenge was she trying to get? I think she's twisted, and she just took advantage of every possible scenario to torture the girls. But she was also fascinated. She loved Ren, and so I think she was fascinated by this idea of Ren making a baby. It's funny to me that it was such a cute, sweet ending thanks to AD being twisted and evil. That's something we always talked about on the show. That's sort of what the show is all about. It's about the unconditional friendship of these girls, and every age tried to split them up. Every age tried to tear them apart, but ultimately it ended up bringing them back together. And so I think that this decision that Alex made to impregnate Allie and Ren with Emily's babies really ultimately brought Emerson back together. Jesus, a lot of questions. Can you elaborate a little bit on the timeline? Where did Ren meet Alex, and when were they hanging out with Charlotte? Well, it would probably be between season 5A and season 5B would be when they met and when they started spending time together. And when that flashback took place where Charlotte tells Alex that she can't stay away, that got to go back and play the game. How long did she know about everyone in Rosewood? Not that long. I feel like it's a couple of months before Charlotte died. We're almost done. Oh my god, these are so many questions. Why did you feel that it was important to sort of restart the story with the high school girls at the end? We introduced that character of Addison last year, and we just really liked her. We had so much fun with her, and just sort of bringing back this mean girl mentality to the school with our PLLs as adults now, and then paying it off. The end was such a something we always knew we were going to do, even though even though this character, the PLLs, comes to a conclusion that the mythology of this creepy, dark town in Rosewood will continue. Whether it's on screen or off screen, it's just sort of the lure of the town. Do you think of the Envision is it going the same way as it did in the time around? I think that Addison's definitely headed down the same path that Allie was. Do you think that it would be different with how much technology has changed over the years? I don't know. That's a good question. I hadn't really put that much thought into it, to be honest with you. You think that's what's similar are just the pieces. The people in play that you had a mean girl bully who had a repose of friends who allowed her to manipulate her. I really loved Mona Endon and how she bookended with that family. Yeah, me too, Shiron. We're almost done. That was her dream at the beginning, right? That was real. That was Ren who came to see her before Ren got turned into a necklace. But the part before that was a dream, with the girl sitting at the table at Lucas tap dancing. Oh yes, that was her dream. I love that scene. That was such a great scene. Yes, that was her in her head. Last question. PLL has always been on one of the most tweeted about shows on TV. The finale was literally the most tweeted about show of the year so far. So what kind of impact would you say social media and the easy access to fans has had on the show? I think it's really helpful, helped us. I feel like we know our fans so well and they know us and I feel like they're part of our family because they are a part of our family. So I think like it helped us create this worldwide community on social media that we felt special because we're a part of it. Pretty Little Liars aired on Freeform. So what does this mean? And my question is, does this mean that they're gonna have another plot twist? I don't know. Thanks, guys, so much. We have more news coming up next. Thanks.